Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. I've got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it for Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. Not Bears Victory Monday, but House Music Monday edition. Man, let me tell you, Charlie. Don't even get me started. Well, we're going to get started, that's for sure. Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Do me a favor. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Go to that page as well. Like that page, and then not only are you following Shawn and Maya in the morning, but you'll be following Sports Zone Chicago as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, and then click the notification button. That's the bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, please don't even tell me. If you don't know we had a mobile app, what? Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen. Listen, Linda. Hey, listen, wherever you get your apps from, okay? I don't care. It doesn't even matter. All right, whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon or Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Venture, wherever you get them from, you go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council the Third. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. And if you're watching this on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. Listen, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. Okay? Yes, we do. So do us a favor. If you have a Roku television in the house, here's what I need you to do. I need you to download the Sports Zone Chicago channel. Download it. Put it right next to Netflix, Apple Plus, Hulu, Max, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Stars, Showtime. Put it right next to them, okay? You could watch us live on the big screen. Hell, we're live on a big screen right Mickey Ficky now. Yes, we are, Doctor. Yes, we are. You can watch us on the big screen. Now, listen. If you want to tweet the show, you can tweet us at SportsZoneShy. That's CHI at SportsZoneShy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, the Snapper, and TikTok, all one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, we'll just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. We have a phenomenal show, but we need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, all right, do us a favor, leave a question or comment on that particular platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that's what makes this the best Chicago sports talk show around is you. Your questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, bring them. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, bring it, because ain't nobody scared over. Now, let's see who we have. The chat line is jumping already. That's what I'm talking about. Lord have mercy. Cornelius Squalls, what up? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. My girl Patty Lara in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. Michonne Walls in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Lavette Lee, she's in the house. Thank you, Ma. I appreciate you for tuning in. My man Armando Emeterio Lada Jr. My man Junior's in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, this was my man Luis Mejia. Luis, good morning, Papa. Rise and Grind. Yes, Rise and Grind Monday. I was there, baby. I was at CrossFit this morning at 5 a.m. Got it in. Got it in. My man from across the pond, Berlissimo. What's up, Berlissimo? Thanks for tuning in, Papa. Now below the Red Stars. Yeah. I asked him, and you know what's really funny? What's really let me see. Get a clip of me asking Coach E what the team's identity is. So, being in a press room, it's really weird. Because part of it is this. I was a former player. I was a former coach. Okay, I played and coached for a long time. So my questions are, I'm asking genuine questions. I'm not trying to be an asshole. And you get a lot of people in there who are just trying to be assholes. They've never played the sport, or they played it at the high school level, and they're just being jagbags. And I get it. But my questions are legitimate. And how can I put it? And I don't want to say legitimate. Because other questions are just antagonizing questions. Mine really aren't to be antagonizing or provoke anything or to be a jerk. All right, I'm not trying to be an asshole. All right, I'm not. My questions aren't posed for me to be an asshole. I want information. And believe me, I understand coach talk when I hear it. But I asked Coach, he was very evasive yesterday. I asked Coach Eberflus, I'm like, what's your identity? And what will it have to change now that Tyson is going to be quarterback one, most likely? Right? So if you didn't know, Justin Fields dislocated his thumb. All right. Said he put it back in, but on his thing, he just couldn't grip the ball. Well, it's kind of tough to throw the ball if you can't grip it. So we don't know how it's going to play out this week. We don't know. It's just very effusive, evasive. I said effusive, evasive. It just kind of, went around and He's saying our identity as a team wants to score a lot of points, and you didn't score a lot of points yesterday. You didn't. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's not. We'll definitely get into it because that was a little frustrating. Yeah, little frustrating. But man, we got a great show at 10 o'clock. You know, it's Monday, day after a Bears game, so you know what that means. That means Erik Kramer is going to join us, and we're going to ask him. We're going to talk to him about what he saw. You know, Justin Fields had, 56 yards yesterday passing. I mean, it was 58. It was a disappointment. Okay, it was a disappointment. I felt they got out coached. We're going to talk to Erik and ask him if he felt the same way. All right, first play of the game. They went empty. Okay? So just so you know, empty means 5 wide receivers plus the quarterback. That's 6. It means you can only have 5 blockers. Well, they brought 6. Minnesota brought 6. And needless to say, Justin Fields got sacked. Play 1. Why, oh, why would you not audible out? Would you not make sure there's a hot route? So it had to be man. Because if they brought 6, that means there's only 5 people left and there's 5 receivers. So it's man. So you're going to have to hit a hot route. Someone's going to have to win from the line. And we didn't. So we're going to talk to Erik at 10 o'clock. And I have a lot of questions for him. And then now the injury to Justin Fields, that complicates and clouds this matter even more. Because the Carolina Panthers gave people a scare. They went up 14-0 yesterday on the Miami Dolphins. But what had happened was the Miami Dolphins, the starters overslept. So they got to the game late. And then they ended up blowing out the Carolina Panthers. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So Carolina's still winless, still in line for the number 1 overall pick, which would go to us because it's ours in the trade. And so this complicates it because then everyone's like, okay, Caleb Williams. Ha, ha, ha. I don't think that's the case. But nonetheless, that's not me. But other people are like Caleb Williams. And then Caleb Williams has a clunker on Saturday here, right outside of Chicago at Notre Dame. So he had a 3-interception game. It was almost a 4-interception game. Almost a 4-interception game on Saturday night. So all the Caleb Williams people, and you know what's funny is people love to spin shit to fits their narrative. So people talk about, well, Caleb Williams, he had a bad game. Guess what? Everyone has a bad game. Okay? Justin Fields has a bad game. Peyton Manning had bad games. Tom Brady had bad games. Patrick Mahomes has bad games. All right? I'm still not out on Justin. Let me tell you something that I am in on, which hurts my soul. I'm starting to be in on maybe Justin needs to go somewhere else. And a lot of people have said this. I'm not reinventing the wheel or coming up with some crazy concept that, oh, look what I thought. I'm the smartest guy in the room. No, I heard it. I've heard it before. And I didn't want I didn't want it to go. I didn't want to go that route because this is the best quarterback we've had in a long time that we've drafted. But we can't develop him. We can't develop him. First series, 3rd and 1. We're in a shotgun for an RPO. Stop the fucking shotgun. On 3rd and 1. Stop it. When the hell are you going to use Kari Blasingame for the reason you signed him, to be a fullback, to lead the way? When are you going to get an offensive lineman in the field to lead the way? It's 3rd and 1. Other teams use it successfully. We can't get out of our own way. You know, you're trying to evaluate this kid, this young man, and then you go, first he didn't have talent. So he didn't have a lot of talent around him last year. Understandable. Darnell Mooney was his number 1. Darnell Mooney, as much as I like the guy, is not a true number 1 receiver. Sorry. He's not. So you go get him help. A little bit on the offensive line, Darnell Wright, Nate Davis, DJ Moore. But then you just don't develop him. Then you go to start the season and you don't cater the playbook to him. You want to make him completely stop doing what he did last year that made him so successful, as opposed to bringing that along, blending it in. So now I just don't. I guess I do know. Like, the staff has got to go. But if this staff's got to go, if they go this year, do you keep Justin and have him have his 4th head coach and offensive and play caller in 5 years? Ohio State, Matt Nagy, Lou Getsy, whoever the new offensive coordinator is going to be. The 4th. Is that what you do? And you expect this guy now, where you can send him to a place that has an offensive coordinator, has a system that's been in place for a while, like Atlanta, and just drop him in there and say, here, kid, get settled, get comfy. You're going to be here for a minute. We know how to develop quarterbacks. We know. You know, do you realize how many people would love to have Justin Fields as their quarterback? I mean, Atlanta just alone. The kid's from Georgia, from Kennesaw, Georgia. Atlanta would be amazing. Miami, I know they still have Tua, but trust me, you'd rather have Justin Fields with that running ability that he has. The Cowboys, the Giants, the Saints. Hell, you're right, Lewis. Even Vegas. I could see him wearing the Raiders black. Come on, man. I could see him wearing that. But now you're gonna screw this kid up. And what you're gonna do is you're going to potentially cost him tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. Because here's his thing. He's got to get to a second contract where he's going to get the 250 to 300 or whatever. But you keep playing him in this type of system. You keep trying to outsmart yourself, trying to be the smartest guy in the room, Getsy. Guess what? It's not going to afford him the ability to earn that type of money, whether here or anywhere else. And that's the thing that sucks. Because it's not like this kid's a bum. This kid is better than Dak Prescott. But Dak got his money. Why? They had a system. They put people around him. They had built up a good offensive line, good weapons, good running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Now he's got paid. Now Zeke's gone. Didn't matter, but he got paid. So you're going to cost this kid $100, $200 million, $300 million. That's the going rate now. And that sucks. With this kid, if you put stuff around him. You know, I love Tevin Jenkins. Can you stay healthy, my friend? That's the most important thing. If you can, we're cooking with gas. We need a center. We need a center. And that's one of my biggest issues. All the things that we're not doing for this kid. But listen, let me you know what? Let me take a quick break. And on the other side, we'll get to our top of the morning topics. We will. I promise you. All right? Sorry I went off on a little bit of a rant, but I'm a little frustrated with this organization, if you couldn't tell. So listen, don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
21 sacks, third most in the National Football League. This time Fields will keep it. And he's going to get that yardage back and then some. Just getting the snap off the design run. Justin Fields able to pick up the first. A third down and 7. Cousins in the other hands of Brandon Powell.
Zone there rather than bringing pressure.
This is Bayless Jones, the wide receiver, getting the carry. Sneaking inside the 15 here and backing his way. Look at the push. Oh, my. What a run with a little help from his friend.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning in Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Yeah. Frustrating, but let's get right to it. You know how we do. First segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First, top of the morning, top of the sea. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? You know which way we go. The Bears. You know, our Bears. Bears are big. Our Bears lose to the Minnesota Vikings. 19-13. Oh, boy. 19-13 yesterday. And frustrating. You know, I don't know what to tell you. All right. It was horrible. Horrible. Justin Fields, 6 for 10 for 58 yards, interception, a 36.7 ranking. All right. 8 carries, 46 yards. All right. Tyson Bagent came in because Justin Fields got hurt. So let me see. I don't know what to tell you. We got to wait till today. So we're in the press box yesterday or at the post-game presser, and Coach Eberflus says that nothing's broken. X-rays were negative. And I said, okay, well, that's great, but that doesn't leave him out of the water. Oh, God, that tea is awesome. He's not out of the woods yet. That just says that he didn't break a bone. Well, we found out later. I had a little birdie tell me, and before it was official, I had a little birdie tell me that his thumb was dislocated. And yeah, so Tyson Bagent comes in. He doesn't have a good game either, or he has an okay game. 10 for 14, 83 yards, a pick. He also had he was sacked, stripped, fumble forced that was returned for a touchdown. That was the game. That was the game. All right, 19-13. We don't do that. It's easy to say we went 13-12, but nonetheless, that was the difference in the game. You know, that was the difference in the game. I don't know what to do. I don't. You know, we've talked about this. You know, we were a little excited about the win last week. And then what? You know, what did I say the other day? I didn't want this team to get too confident. Now, mind you, you have no reason to get confident because you just lost 14 games in a row. You won 1. But I did not feel that this team came out focused. I didn't feel that they came out energized. I didn't feel that they came out ready to roll. I didn't feel they were ready to ball. You had 10 days to prepare for this blitz-happy Minnesota Vikings defense, and you didn't do it. That falls on the coaching staff. The energy level. These guys were not prepared, period. That's the coaching staff. The energy level. That's the players. You got to get fired up, but that's also on the coaching staff. Get them fired up. If you're prepared, it's easier to get fired up because you understand and you know you're prepared for this game. Play one, case in point. You go empty, they bring 6, you only have 5 blockers. Ball's got to come out now. They just didn't play with a sense of urgency. I don't know what the reason is. I can't tell you. And I can't explain why you don't come out like gangbusters. They have the number 1 receiver out. The Minnesota Vikings did. He was out. 2 defensive linemen, 2 defensive stars out. Why are we not attacking? Why? Why are they playing so, I don't know, apathetic, cautious? That's not how they played the last 2 weeks. It has nothing to do with the fact that Brian Flores likes to blitz. It has everything to do with the fact that you don't come up with a plan to counteract his blitzing. So if they're bringing 6 and you have empty, it means you have 5 wide. There's only 5 guys. It's man. Because if it's zone, someone's open immediately. But man, someone's got to get open immediately. There's a lot of different. Just the 3rd and 1. I said it before the break. Stop the stupid ass zone reads or RPOs from the shotgun. Go if you're gonna fake. Give me play action. Get Justin Fields under center. Have him turn. Put the ball on the belly of the running back. Here's another question. D'Onta Foreman. 15 carries, 65 yards. Yeah, let's stop giving him the ball. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's stop giving him the ball. What? Over 4 yards to carry, and you want to stop giving this guy the ball. Now, mind you, we had 30-something carries on the day. Not a problem. Make it 40. This is what I don't understand. You do what you have to do to win that day. What needs to be done that day is not what's going to need to be done next week, or was it needed to be done the previous week. You coach for the day. You have a game plan. Then you have a contingency plan and maybe 2 contingency plans. But you stick to the game plan. Why do you stop running the ball? Why do you not target DJ Moore? Because, again, now we got another offensive coordinator who wants to be the smartest guy in the motherfucking room. And it pisses me off. I got a little fired up. It pisses me off because you have the talent. It pisses you off. I'm sitting there with some of the reporters yesterday, and my guy Herb, and he's like, and some other people are like, well, the Bears just aren't that good. Like, no, they have the talent. They're just not coached well. And for those of you who don't think coaching matters, you're stupid. You're free to your opinion. It's a free country, but it doesn't mean that your opinion is right. It means in this case, your opinion is stupid. If Brock Purdy, is he the most talented quarterback in the draft? Nope. But what does he have? He has a good offensive-minded coach who's developing him. Justin Fields in San Francisco with a Shanahan. What the frick would he be doing now? With Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. With the tutelage of a Shanahan. Oh, and all of a sudden Justin Fields probably isn't going to look the way he does now. Coaching matters. It gets you look good for 2 weeks and then reverted to dum-dum. Hello, dum-dums. Why? It is okay for people to know your game plan. It is okay. You know why? Because they have to stop it. They have to stop it. And when you get double team and triple team like DJ Moore was getting yesterday, this is where Darnell Mooney, where were you? Cole Kmet, where were you? Tyler Scott, you need to step up, son. Robert Tonyan, where were you? This is all opportunities for you guys to step up. I said it on Friday. Here's for their chance to step up, and they didn't step up. I can't stand it, but I'm telling you, it irks me. The tight end from Green Bay that we just got, the blocking one, I just lost his name. Not Tonyan. Why couldn't we go 22 personnel? Why not? Why couldn't we go 22 personnel? 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. DJ Moore split out. Cole Kmet split out or on the wing. Or you can have Tonyan and Kmet. They both go out from the tight end spots. DJ Moore goes out. Kari Blasingame stays in blocks, or he leaks out to the flat. Deontay Foreman leaks out to the route, or he stays home to block. Keep both of those guys. Have a 3-man route. It is not rocket science. It is not. But they keep insisting and making it rocket science. Brother, Dr. Child says from video evidence, Fields will have torn ligaments in his thumb and right hand. Will not be able to throw for at least 4 weeks post-surgery. Likely. Well, that was the thing. We'll find out for sure. We'll find out for sure from once we get word from Hallis Hall. Once we get word from Hallis Hall, because when a lot of people that's where they got the MRI. We got to get the MRI. You know, because when they came back and they told us yesterday the X-rays were negative, I'm like, okay, good. That's half the issue, but he's not out of the woods yet. So, coaching. And I'll tell you what, Getsy's not a bad coach. When he gets out of his own way, when he stops trying to be the smartest man in the room, he's not a bad coach. I don't know what to say. I don't know. But we'll move on. Next topic, the Bulls. Bulls lose to the Denver Nuggets in Denver yesterday, 116-102. Bad day for Chicago sports teams, huh? Patrick Williams contributed 20. Him and Kobe White led the Bulls with 20. Adosumu, 12.7 assists. Andre Drummond, the walking double-double, missed it by 1 point, but he had 9 points and 10 rebounds. Most of the starters did not play. It is preseason. Most of the starters didn't play. So you're just getting younger guys used to. But see, look what happens with Patrick Williams when he's aggressive. Look what happens. 20 points. That's all we're asking you, kid. Be aggressive. Don't worry who the hell else is on the court. Don't worry whose team it is. Do your thing. All right, do your thing. Play your game. All right, 20 points. I'll take that every night from Patrick Williams. Will you? I damn sure will. 20 points for Patrick Williams? Oh, yeah. I'll take 12 to 16 from him every night. You give me 20? Come on now. Now you're one of the top scorers. So I need him to take that mentality and bring it with him when everybody plays. When everybody plays, that's what I need. That's what Bulls fans want. You know what's really weird? I haven't. No. I have. Holy Cross. We didn't have a lot of. Our coaches at Holy Cross were really good. Because I think I like to see that we need guys with a little edge, like urban guys, hood guys who set the tone. And we didn't have a lot of that at Holy Cross. We just had good coaches. We had good players. We had really good players, and we didn't have that, but it was the coaching. So I digress. But Pete Wills he's just so nice. He's so nice. I agree with you. You got to be more aggressive. People talk about that Mamba mentality, but they don't have it. Like, that's the thing that I don't get. Like, I can't give it to you as a coach. I can coach you the way with that mentality, don't get me wrong, and demand the best out of you, but I can't force you to have that Mamba mentality. I can't instill in you the desire to be great. I can't. Players have to want it. Players have to have that desire, not coaches. Kobe White's looking good. I'm liking Kobe White a lot. He's starting to get you know what he's looking like? He's looking like he's finally settling in. He's looking like he's understanding that he belongs in this league. He feels that he belongs in this league, and he wants to show people. I think last year's kind of a tweener year. Like, I think it kind of belonged most of the time. And this year, he's like, no, bump that. I belong in this God-blessed league. Cornelius. There you go. You know the problem with where it comes from, this whole thing? This whole everyone gets a trophy bullshit. Okay? Because now you don't have to compete. If you lost, okay, don't worry, you still. What? When you played before, you lost, and people talk shit to you, and you didn't like it. So what did you do? You either fought right then and there because you lost, or you practiced and got better. That was the motivating factor. I don't want to lose again and have this guy talk shit. I don't want to lose bragging rights in my neighborhood. I don't want to lose bragging rights for my park. I don't want to lose bragging rights for my grammar school. I don't want to lose bragging rights for my high school. I don't want to do that. But this pussification of America, everybody gets a trophy. Let's not keep score. What I'm finding out now, and we're seeing, is athletes, athletes becoming so talented due to, one, the evolution of the game of sports. Two, because think about it, they have great players to model themselves after. And coaching. All right, a lot more players are getting personalized coaching. Advancing their game. So you're seeing stuff. So when I was in high school, we would emulate what the college kids did, and sometimes the pros. We didn't have guys to teach us that, though. I had to watch football. I would watch Saturday football every day, every Saturday, if I wasn't playing or when I got back from my game. Sunday, the NFL. And I'd watch moves. I'd watch the highlights. I'd do things. I'd practice. We played outside. Now you got coaches. Now they coaches. All right, put you through these things, but you don't compete. You don't. I don't see enough people with the desire. They talk a lot. They scream a lot. They dance. We didn't dance before games. We got fired up. Now you got guys dancing before the game. This is how you get fired up for a football game. You dance. For a basketball game, you dance before a game. You talk about frustrating. It's like, come on, man. It's not how you get ready for a game. It's just a different time, different world. And this is what we've created as parents, as helicopter parents, as parents who've done better for their kids than our parents did for us, which is what you want. But you've taken the dog out of kids. You've taken the desire to compete out of kids. You've added talent, but you've taken that desire. And you know what? You see it all at every level: high school, college, pros. High school, college, and pro. So many people who are so talented, but just don't have that desire, that dog, that assassin mentality. And none of these bulls have it. If Patrick Williams had an ounce of it, an ounce, just give me an ounce consistently, not just when Zach and DeMar don't play. Not just when they don't play. No. Every single day. It don't matter who's on his court. I'm the baddest dude on his court. That's the mentality you have to have. That's the mentality I had when I played. That's the mentality the stars have, that your heroes, your idols, that's the mentality they had when they played. But these guys, I just want to make money. I'm happy to be here. What? You got me fired up. The next topic, peep this. Iowa women's basketball team beat DePaul in front of the largest crowd to ever watch a women's basketball game. Attendance for that game, which was inside of Kinnick Stadium, 55,646 watched that game. I love it. You know, (94-72), Iowa comes away with the win. And I love it because women need to be celebrated. Female athletes need to be celebrated as well. All right, their athleticism isn't as dynamic as men's in most sports, basketball being one of them. But it doesn't mean that the fundamentals or the entertainment value is any less. Okay? Because we're so used to, they're dunking, they're this. Okay, fine, that's great. What about great basketball? What about screens? What about picks? What about set plays? What about resilience? There's a whole bunch of different things. And women's sports should not be, there's not as athletic and explosive as men's, but it shouldn't be less entertaining. We shouldn't be so spoiled by athletes just because they're the physical traits. Oh, well, women don't dunk. Or women are hitting long threes. There's a sport. There's a science. There's fundamentals involved in any sport you play. And when you adhere to those, it doesn't mean the game's boring. It means the game's different. And it's different. The women's game is different. There is a lot more fundamentally sound women basketball players than there are men. They just dunk from the free throw line. They don't, all right? They're not shooting from 35 feet like Steph Curry. But it doesn't mean it's not as entertaining. So hats off and congratulations to the Iowa and DePaul women's basketball teams for setting a record. 55,000 people at Kinnick Stadium. 55,646 people. It's about what I played in front of at Army. That might be my biggest crowd. I think Army's only 50. And that's a football game. And these girls played in front of 55. You know what? Congratulations to them. They deserve it. And you know what? They should do more shit like this. I'd like this. All right? I think this would be really, really cool. Good basketball, play in a football stadium, and just why? Just because. Give them their flowers. Give them the attention. I think it's great. Listen, we got to take a quick break. And on the other side, you know, real quick, Blackhawks tonight, they travel to Toronto to face the Maple Leafs. Puck drop 6 o'clock. All right. Austin Matthews, he was the last generational great. Next generational talent. He's going to face the latest generational talent in Connor Bedard. Austin Matthews on the Maple Leafs and Connor Bedard. The puck drop at 6 o'clock Chicago time. And you can see that on NBC Sports Chicago and listen to it on 7:20 a.m. And we'll talk baseball at the end to close out the show because who the hell cares about Texas versus Texas in the AL, and my White Sox, and there's no Chicago teams are in it, so bump them. Anyway, we got to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, I cannot wait to talk to our guy Erik, because I am flustered, I am mad, I am confused, I'm annoyed, I'm apathetic. I mean, you talk about all emotions in one. What did Rizzo say to David Ross in the NLCS? I'm in like a whirlwind of emotions. Back in 2016, remember that clip? I'm in a whirlwind of emotions or something like that. One of you Cub fans could tell me, because I know you have that burn in your brain. But I am. I have a whole shitload of emotions, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm frustrated. We got talent, but they're not developing it. We don't got guys with heart. We got guys. Woosah. Hopefully Erik can calm me down, or he might fire me up even more. I don't know. We're going to talk to Erik on the other side of the break. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Fields a run for 17. Back he goes. Here comes Chubb. There goes the ball. Touchdown! Jones will block at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down. Great tackles, and he's off to the races. And we got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Goes back to work with a 1st and 10. Cousins under pressure just flips it. That's a line ball.
You saw T.J. Hawkinson come in motion. You would think that one of those guys, and this happened a week ago as well on a similar time.
Field sets up shot to throw it. Over the middle, nice catch. Perfectly placed ball.
Let me see every pass that the guy's caught.
PAT blocked. And Tyreek Stevenson got his hand on that.
You need to take advantage of that. Not sure if that went the wrong way on that, but look at the way he can escape.
Well, here's the athleticism, the escapability.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Those are Bears yesterday with a 19-13 loss at home on the lakefront to the Minnesota Vikings. And I'll tell you what, I was talking to some of my guys after the press conference, and I was like, so it's my 4th game. I'm like, they got to throw me in the closet? You remember Goodfellas? Get him in a closet. Get him in a closet. No, it wasn't Goodfellas. It was Bronx Tale. Get him in a closet. He's a mush. I'm like, I'll stay in the closet if it helps win. But anyway, you know what time it is. 10 a.m. Monday. It's time for our man, Erik Kramer.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Fantastic. When you brought up the Bronx Tale just now, the best scene in that movie to me was when the mob guy, I can't remember his first name, but the bikers are in the bar and they're being disrespectful to the bartender, and he says, locks the door, says, "Okay, now you just can't leave."
Can't leave. I knew exactly where you're going with it. Like, as soon as you heard the click, the look on their faces was like, oh shit. Oh.
What's
definitely the best scene in the movie.
It was a tough watch for sure.
What?
So, go ahead. What were you gonna
talk to me then, Erik? What happened? What do you think happened? Yeah. So I think this. I feel, and maybe not the players. One of the things I said last week, I said, you know what? Justin Jefferson's out. 2 of the defensive players are out. I hope they give them the proper respect that they deserve. All right. You can't take a team lightly. First of all, you just lost 14 in a row. So you don't have a right to take anybody lightly. Nope. But don't take this team lightly because they lost the star receiver and some defensive players are out. And I didn't see the energy. I didn't see the sense of urgency that I needed to see from this team. I didn't see that there was nothing there. Was it just me, or did you feel the same way? And then I also felt that Luke Getsy was trying to be the smartest guy in the room. And to me, that bugs me more than anything when you have coaches, I allowed the last regime, who want to be the smartest guy in the room. Sometimes it's okay if they know what you're going to do. They still have to stop it.
So here's my take on, first of all, when you go back to the 14 previous games, you at this point after one win, you can't, after looking like the high school JV team for a year, you can't take anybody lightly. That's just not how it works. Second of all,
what?
To me, if you look at the two quarterbacks, the two starting quarterbacks who played yesterday, you got one boring, efficient guy in Kirk Cousins. You got one athletically gifted yet completely inconsistent Justin Fields. Give me Kirk Cousins every flipping day. It's boring. It's efficient. It's first downs. It's looking defenders off. It's all the things you want to do. Not great stats. Got it. But Tyson Bagent is the closest thing the Bears have to Kirk Cousins. It just looks different when he's on the field, as opposed to how many times a game, to me, not many, does Justin Fields light things up in such a way that no one else can? Doesn't. So read the defense, be consistent, take checkdowns when they're there, and move and get first downs. That right there is what this team needs. You need consistency, you need accuracy, you need guys who can read the defense and just be efficient. Boring if it has to be boring. But he did escape some, some pressures and make some decent runs. Tyson Bagent's a good athlete, can do some of that too. So my point is, I think it starts there. I am after one or two sort of uplifting performances by Justin Fields, the real Justin Fields showed up. And that's, to me, where offensively it starts for the Bears. Defensively, I thought they played their best game by far, and special teams. And so, I think half or 2/3 of the team is moving in the right direction. And the Jets kind of proved this blueprint yesterday. They've got a great defense. They've been in every game they've played with a quarterback nobody thought could do anything in Zach Wilson. Their head coach believed in him, said, we're not getting anybody. And he's gotten incrementally better each week. And so you've got a great defense. You got an offense that's now got a running game that Breece Hall's back. And you've got a quarterback who can play efficiently, doesn't turn the ball over. And they just beat one of the best teams in the NFL yesterday.
I was watching that game at my buddy's bar, and I was sitting next to a buddy of mine. I said, can you imagine if they had Aaron Rodgers? I mean, like they had planned to be at the beginning of the season. That defense was amazing. The linebacker Williams, I said, that is a Super Bowl caliber defense. One of the things that I saw yesterday, they did not miss tackles, and when they hit you, you fell backwards. You didn't wriggle around and fall forward for an extra yard. They hit you, you went back. And to me, as a former defensive coordinator, that got me excited. I was like, oh, this is, it's a bar, so we're able to be loud, not like the press box. We're able to be loud. We were just fired up at the intensity that they were playing.
And especially in Chicago, that's the way defense should look, right?
Go ahead.
And I think the Bears have the makings of that defense.
Exactly.
Maybe not just yet, but they're moving in that direction. And so I think if you just don't hurt yourself offensively, you're going to be all right.
Speaking of defense, and guys, we're joined by Erik Kramer, former Chicago Bears quarterback. here every Monday on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. So I'm going down to the locker room yesterday after the game, and this is down in the bowels.
Be nice to have him back, wouldn't it?
I was like, we needed you today. We need you today. Oh man. Oh, you know what? You know what I was saying? I was talking about earlier. I'm getting off topic here, but I was saying we have athletes now. I was actually talking about the Bulls. As we have athletes now that are more talented, physically gifted than ever before in history. But we don't have guys with heart, guys with desire. We don't have guys with the Mamba mentality, the assassin mentality. We don't have those guys. And I was thinking that, can you imagine Dick Butkus with his mentality with today's training technology? First of all, he'd be back in a year after he tore his ACL. He'd be back 100%. Imagine what he would do to people now and putting him with today's medical technology. Lord have mercy. It wouldn't be fair.
Well, that's what I'm, that's where everything starts with. It doesn't start with athleticism. It starts with what's inside of you. And if you have your core makeup of players like David Montgomery last year and the years he was with the Bears, those are the type of guys you need. And once you get them, don't let them go. And that's the kind of character you want, and it builds from the inside outward. Then you get guys being able to use their athleticism. Super. But it starts inside. I agree with you.
Yeah. So I asked, there were quite a few plays that really bugged me yesterday. One of them was for opening drive, third down. They run that goddamn RPO again in the shotgun. Erik, I swear, if I wasn't in the press box, I would scream my freaking head off. Stop running a freaking RPO from the shotgun. Get your ass under center. Bring a fullback in. Now you got a straight, a lead, a dive, a power. You got play action. You have a lot, and you're all coming downhill. You're not reading. It's downhill.
And don't forget the Bears got one of the best fullbacks in the NFL in Blasingame.
Oh, the one that they don't use? Oh, yeah, that one. That's right. And you know what? And it bothered me. So I actually asked Coach Eberflus this. I asked him, what is your identity?
Now, especially now that Justin Fields is out, what's your identity, and is it going to have to change now that that Bajan is going to be number one?
Yeah, again, we'll see where Justin is. We'll see where it is. Like I said, the X-ray was negative. We'll see where he is going forward. But again, we're going to have to really do a great job of evaluating that, where it is, and putting our guys in position to make plays. And that's what our job is as coaches. So in terms of the identity of it, we're going to have to look hard and see how we can get the ball down the field, score points. And that's the number one thing that we got to do.
What would you say to him?
And he said that, I was like, you're kidding me. Why can't Erik, why would they stop? Why would they not lean on the run game again? You got 3 running backs. Okay, yesterday most of them were down, but you still had Deontay Foreman. All right, the guy only had average 4 yards a carry, so let's stop giving the ball at 15 carries instead of 20. I was saying, I said, I did a couple pregame shows yesterday. I'm like, I want 20 to 25 carries for this joker. I said, he's fresh. He's been inactive for the last 4 weeks. He's fresh. He's trying to get film for next year's team, whoever signs him. Give him the ball 25 times. Didn't do it. And for me, it's like, why wouldn't you keep your identity as a running team with a quarterback who can throw? Because if your quarterback goes out, which Justin Fields just did yesterday, you can still rely on the running game. This boggles my mind, Erik. This is, again, trying to be the smartest guy in the room. Well, Justin Fields had 2 games. Now we're a passing team. Oh, well, no, now I don't know what to do because we have a Division II guy as a starter.
Well, this kind of goes back to what we've been talking about all season. Like, you go from the number 1 rushing offense in the NFL last season to this year, it looks like you don't even care about that anymore. And to your point back a minute ago about shotgun and RPO, why in the hell are we in shotgun? The hardest guy, the guy that's the toughest, the receiver that has the most work to do every Sunday is the freaking quarterback. receiving the shotgun snap here, there, down here. I mean, that makes no sense to me. And like you said, get under center, get a fullback in the backfield, run behind Tevin Jenkins. If you're curious on what to do, find where
Crazy
he is.
idea.
Run behind him.
Crazy. He only likes to put people in the second row.
You're right. He's fresh, and not only that, but he's got something to prove. This is the perfect opportunity to, over a 4-quarter game, you're not going to bust every play for a 15-yard run. That's just not going to happen. But over time, if you stick with it, those 3rd and 4th quarter runs are going to be what was 3 and 4 yard runs are going to become 10 and 15 yard runs. And Foreman's got the talent to do that.
Eric,
sure.
You're speaking. You're damn right he does. 900 yards in 7 games last year, 8 games last year after they traded Christian McCaffrey. The dude was balling. And you don't do that. And it boggles my mind. And this is why when people talk about, well, Justin Fields is horrible, this and this, Justin Fields needs to play better. I've never backed off of that, and I will not back off of that. He needs to play better. But you can't keep doing dumb shit with Justin Fields. You can't. If Brock Purdy can be as productive and successful and undefeated in regular season games, okay, and he's the last Mr. Irrelevant, you mean to tell me that Justin Fields can't be consistent? It has to be. You have to cater your offense to this guy, his skill set. They're doing the same thing with Brock Purdy, but unfortunately, he's got a guy named Shanahan who knows a thing or two about developing quarterbacks, and we got a guy who just coached Aaron Rodgers, who just basically listened to whatever Aaron Rodgers wanted to say and said, "Okay, Aaron, go do your thing."
And you're right. I mean, when I watch Justin, as we've talked about, for a while now, you just don't see the footwork and working with his feet and eyes together. You just don't see that. It just doesn't happen. And until somebody comes in and works with him, that's not going to happen. And it's to me, it's not so much catering to his skill set. You don't cater anything to him. You make him get better. You teach him how to get better, and he's either in or he's out. And to me, there's a guy right behind him, and now he's going to be playing, that runs an offense the way it looks like it should be run. Makes quick decisions, is accurate with the ball, athletic at the same time, young, and I love the fact that he's an undrafted free agent.
So I asked him yesterday, I said, if you're moving forward, because he was an oppressor, and I said, moving forward, if you're QB1, how confident are you that you can lead this team to victory over the Raiders? Eric, he looked me dead in the eye. I was like, oh, I'm real confident. I was like, okay. I like the answer. I like the moxie. I like the hesitation. I like
he plays like that. It's not like he's making it up. Like that's what you saw on the field. That's what I see on the field every time he's out there. And I love it. And he's not making it up. I mean, he plays the game that way. He looks efficient. He looks like he knows what he's doing because he does. And so he should be confident.
Talk to me about him specifically then. We'll go off topic and stay with him, because this guy's thrown the most passes in the history of college football. He's thrown over 2,000 passes. 2,000. 500 passes a year, Eric. In college. 500 he averaged. Okay. And I was telling this to somebody this morning at CrossFit. I'm like, I'm okay with him because there isn't a scenario you haven't seen. When you throw over 2,000 passes in college, now it might not be on the same level, but it's still the same scenario that he's seen. He's seen everything. So he's got the confidence. He's got the bravado, and it's not arrogance. And it might be a little bit of arrogance because, like, he's probably saying, hey, I can play just because I went to the school. I had offers from other schools, bigger schools. I just went here for whatever reason. He's got a little defiance in him, Eric, and I'm kind of anxious to see what he does against the Raiders because Justin Fields is going to be out. He dislocated his thumb. Ligament, when we get the MRI, we'll find out what ligament and tendon damage there is, how many games are going to be out. And this guy is going to have to sling the rock around for 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks if Justin's out that long. Give me your thoughts on this kid, Tyson Bagent, secret Bagent man.
Okay, here's my thoughts on Secret Agent Man. This is Brock Purdy too, because Brock Purdy played a lot of football in college as well. Came in and right away just made good decisions, threw the ball accurately, did all the things we've just been talking about. And he's now developed into one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And why Tyson Bagent can't do that? I don't know. I think he can. And if given the opportunity, which now he does, like you tell me when's he been on the field where he hasn't looked like the best quarterback on the field? And he's only been here, a few months.
He looked like he was in control. He always looked like he was in control. Like, I got this shit. I got it. And this is from a kid from Division II. He came in and he gave you that through the God Bless the TV, Eric. I felt I got this. I'm like, damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Poise,
so
his demeanor, his swagger,
It doesn't matter when you're drafted. It doesn't matter if you're drafted. All that matters is, do you know what you're doing? Can you do it in such a way that it fits with everybody else? And do you think anybody in that huddle, by the way, cares that Tyson Bagent was undrafted or that he's a rookie? Hell no. They care that he knows what he's doing. You ask every guy on that offense, including the coaches, who knows what they're doing, that guy does. And so against the Raiders, love it. This is exactly what the Bears needed, is Tyson Bagent to get a clean opportunity and play with the same cast that Justin Fields has been playing with.
And he's elusive. He's athletic. He can get out and run for the first. I would have loved. It would have been perfect yesterday. And I was talking to a guy named Andrea next to me in the press box. I'm like, "There's some shit if Justin Bagent leads us to a victory." I was like, "There's gonna be a whole bunch of craziness." And I'll tell you what, he was going to DJ Moore on that last pick. If it wasn't for him getting hit, and you know what? He said nothing about the hit in the post game presser. He was like, you know what? Because someone asked him about the pick, and he said, "Was it due to the pressure?" He's like, "No, just due to me not getting the ball. I should have got the ball out there more." But he got hit. You saw it in the replay. It hit him right in the elbow, so it was going to be a duck. And because he had DJ Moore, he had him. And I think, how great would that have been for him to score a rushing touchdown and then throw the game-winning touchdown pass to your new number one receiver? That would have been cool. So I'm anxious to see. And believe me, I'm not out on Justin Fields, but now that Tyson Bagent is here, I'm rocking with him. We got to rock with him. You know what I mean? And I just want to see what he does. And I want to see if because the moment's not too big for him. All right. It got a little hectic early where you had the fumble, scoop and score. Like, come on, kid, hold the ball a little better. He owned up to that as well. But I'm anxious to see what this guy can do. He might have just a big enough chip on his shoulder to prove everybody wrong. And he might lead this team to a couple of wins.
I agree with it. All he's got to do, whatever mindset he's got, and my guess is it's not to prove everybody wrong. My guess is his mindset is just stay calm and do exactly what he's done since he was a kid, which is what we're all seeing. And give the team, the Bears, give them, like, earn your way in and give the decision makers something to decide on. That's when Justin Fields come back, make them decide, does Justin Fields give us a better chance to win than Tyson Bagent? That to me is what Tyson Bagent wants to do.
That if he poses that, or if that question even comes up, then it's kind of like, I love two women. Well, which one did you love first? Her? Okay, well, let her go. Why? Because if you literally loved her, you wouldn't love the second one. So at that point, it's time to trade Justin Fields. If you feel that he gives you a better,
has been
a better chance
about,
to win.
I was going to say, as what's been being talked about in Chicago these last several weeks, there's going to be just some decisions to be made down the road. And are the Bears in contention to get better now, or is there another kind of wave of draft and free agency that's really going to put this team over the top? And if that's the case, you play Tyson Bagent if he earns it.
So your thoughts, and guys, again, we're joined by Erik Kramer, former Chicago Bears quarterback, talking Bears football here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. So if he does, he plays well, he plays efficient, plays just how you want him to. In Carolina, you still have the Carolina pick. What do you do? All right, because you can draft Caleb Williams, okay, with the number 1 pick, or you can trade that and get a haul. Would you be better trading that pick, getting a haul, getting another offensive lineman, getting a Marvin Harrison Jr., getting an edge rusher for Tyson Bagent to work with? Or would you grab the quote-unquote next generational talent in Caleb Williams?
Here's what I would do.
Erik Kramer, GM, what would you do?
I would wait and see. I'd wait and see. There's no rush. Let's see over the course of these next, who knows how many games, 3, 4, 5 games. Let's see how Tyson Bagent does, because who's got the best scenario right now, other than the Bears, in the NFL on their team? Who's got the best scenario, team-wise and talent-wise? Want me to tell you?
Team-wise and, yeah, tell me.
San Francisco. Because they've got the 7th-round draft pick in Brock Purdy, who's not making – he's making pennies relative to all the other top NFL quarterbacks, and he's going to be making pennies for a few more years. And you can stockpile your team around him. So if that's Tyson Bagent, who you didn't even waste a draft pick on, and you can build around him, then you trade Justin Fields. Then with the number 1 pick, maybe you get the edge rusher if there is one that you're looking for. Or you combine that pick with others. I don't know the scenario. But my thing is, if Tyson Bagent, he's the key factor. To me, everybody is so enamored with what Justin Fields every now and then can do. Great. Trade him. If Tyson Bagent over these next few games proves that he can do what he's already done. And then you go into the draft again, holding Carolina's number 1 pick and your own, which is going to be most likely a good one. And then you can build a team around Tyson Bagent and pay him nothing for a while.
Yeah. You could end up paying him $2 to $5 million a year. All right. Because Lord knows what he's, you know what? That's crazy. Let's find this out. Let's find out what Tyson Bagent's contract. It's undrafted free agent. So obviously we'll be able to
I was an undrafted free agent in 1980.
Here we go.
What was it, 7?
So he's paying.
And my contract was a 2-year contract. It was a $5,000 signing bonus, and it was for $70,000 the first year and $80,000 the second year. So I don't know what Tyson Bagent's free agent.
This has gone up a little, Erik. It's gone up a little since then.
A little, but it can't be that much. It can't be, even if it's triple, it ain't that much.
3 years, 2.7. So average salary, 900,000.
Super.
900,000.
That's nothing.
So that is literally lint in an NFL owner's pocket.
Yep.
For your starting quarterback, yeah, that's lint in their pocket. So even if you bump them up to $5 million, that's a backup quarterback salary. So he's going to believe me. I'm adjusting.
What is what right now? The rule, and I don't know. When do you become when do you become a restricted free agent? Is it after 3 years?
Good question.
I think
it also depends on your draft status.
Your draft status. Okay. Well, whatever. But my point is, they're going to get, even after this first 3-year contract, they're going to get another year to match whatever someone else offers. And I know we're kind of getting ahead here of the next game, but to me, Tyson Bagent is earned the right to get to be in this conversation, which I'm sure the Bears are having right now.
I honestly don't think that they figured it going this way. Okay.
Nobody
believe
did.
me, I'm still a Justin
Everybody
Fields guy.
thought Justin Fields would pick up where he left off.
Yeah, I agree.
But he didn't.
And
But he didn't.
unfortunately, he didn't. And so my thing is this: if Justin Bagent plays well, then yeah, you can trade Justin Fields. I agree with you. You can build around him. So now you trade Justin Fields, you'll get a haul. Imagine Justin Fields in Atlanta. That is like the perfect landing, not just because he's from Georgia, but the talent, the team he's got down there. It'd be perfect for him. You get a nice nice return on him there. You trade the number 1 pick, get a haul. Holy shit. And you still got an extra 25 first round pick. This could be the way to go. And I really hate saying this because I like Justin Fields, but I have to look at it from the business aspect of it as well. If you can get a team built around a efficient quarterback, I don't want to say game manager, but an efficient quarterback, you got something there. If you could win with Trent Dilfer, if you can win with who the hell won in Baltimore with with that defense,
Joe
what else the quarterback? Was it Dilfer?
Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Before he became
Joe Flacco.
You can win with that. Then maybe that's the way to go. Get stud receivers, get a Marvin Harris. Like I said, there's ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Think about the Bears when they won the Super Bowl with Jim McMahon. Did they win because of Jim McMahon? I mean, he's a great quarterback. But did they win because of him? No. They won because they had the best defense in history. And so if you can he was a good quarterback. He would have been a great quarterback in probably a very good offensive system, but the Bears didn't have a good one. And so, but he certainly made the most. He played really well for what he was given. And to me, that can be Tyson Bagent.
It could be. It could be. And this kid is just, I'm telling you, Eric, when I asked him that question, there was no hesitation. You could just feel the confidence in this kid. And that's from having thrown over 2,000 college passes. And I truly think he believes in himself, which is the most important thing. It's not what the hell I think or any of us, anyone else who watches the game. It's what he believes. It's what he knows, he feels he can do. And I'm anxious to see how well he does. I really, really am, because if this would be a phenomenal story, And again, I have to say it. I was going to say
Warner.
Him and Kurt Warner would be.
and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's a great story too, but Tyson Bagent could be another one.
Yeah.
And I see somebody typed in a text here message about Mike McDaniel's effect on Tua. Perfect. How about Mike Shanahan's effect on John Elway?
Yeah.
Or Kyle Shanahan's effect on Brock Purdy. So there is definitely coaching plays a big role, or it can. And so I think, this could be the scenario where you don't really know how good Luke Getsy is until he's got all the pieces in place, which kind of starts with your quarterback. And so maybe Tyson Bagent will be the answer. And all of a sudden everyone goes, wow, what a genius Luke Getsy is. And who knows? I mean, we won't find out for these next 2, 3, 4 games. That's perfect. So we get to find out.
I'm anxious, Eric. I didn't think about it till actually right now. Like I prepped for the show and then I didn't think about it. But as we were talking, I'm like, man, if Bagent is, and not, God forbid he's not, I'm not saying not even just a game manager efficient. God forbid he's kind of good.
He looks
what I mean? Not
good.
just a game manager. If he doesn't get hit on that throw to DJ Moore, this town is up in arms. Trade Justin. If he gets that touchdown to DJ Moore yesterday, if he didn't get hit, this town is in an uproar right now.
I'm telling you, to me, he is Brock Purdy, and he's better than Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins is damn good, but he's more athletic. But Kirk Cousins does what nobody gives him credit for is he's efficient. He's smart as heck. He knows his offense. He knows your defense. He takes checkdowns. He works through the progressions. He hits people under pressure when he's under pressure. And, I mean, that's the guy you want. And that guy's name is Tyson Bagent, I think.
Well, Eric, when we get the confirmation from Hallis Hall with how long Justin Fields is out, if he's out, I mean, he's got to be out. I find it very difficult to have your thumb popped out of its socket, dislocate your thumb, and then you be able to come back the next week. It's just tough. You're gonna have to grip it. It's gonna be cold again. It's gonna, you're here. You're not indoors. So it looks like Tyson Bagent might get his first NFL start. And wow. Last question before we let you go. Talk to me about the defense. It looked pretty good yesterday. A lot of guys were getting into. They're getting better and better. You see, it's because I always say, and it's true, but improvement in development is not linear. But you can notice when people or things are getting better. That defense is getting better, and it was very, very, very good to see.
Well, what I'm starting to see is that the defensive line is starting to move the line of scrimmage once the ball is snapped into the backfield. And then when people are getting tackled, they're starting to go backward. And when balls are now starting to get punched out, balls are getting tipped at the line of scrimmage. Interceptions and fumbles are now starting to happen. And that's when your defense now becomes almost a part of your offense. Now we're talking. And I think that's Matt Eberflus's specialty. And they've got a great, defensive staff. This last draft was built, and as the one before, with the defense in mind, free agency as well. And so I think that's it's starting to pay off, and it's starting to show up. And like I said, to start off, the defense and the special teams, to me, are you're on the right path with both of those.
This defense is, and the great part about it is they're young. They are young. You got so many guys. You got a couple veterans there, which is great, which you need. But you got a lot of young guys, the core of this team. I mean, Kyler Gordon, right? Even Jalen Johnson, whether it's now he's 6 down or not, I'm not sure. Tyreek Stevenson, rookie, right? But Terrell Lewis, the other cornerback from Minnesota, the Jaquan Brisker. Obviously, Javon Dexter and Zach Pickens. These guys are young. And you get one or two more veterans. They're going to grow together. As long as they keep progressing and getting better, this defense is going to be. It's going to be very similar. It might look like the Jets defense, and we just need the quarterback on the.
I was about to say it's starting to look that way. They're not as deep for sure. They're not quite as sort of.
Polished,
gifted athletically just yet. But I think, to me, when you just mentioned the Jets, that's what I wanted to mention. I think they're not quite in that lane yet, but they're moving into it as we speak.
So let me ask you this, and this is a big question. Sorry, I said last question, so I lied. If this defense continues to progress, and this defense comes, and it's literally on the path of the New York Jets defense by the end of the season, and where it's unequivocally the strength of this team, do you let Eberflus go, or do you say, hey, listen, you got to get a new offensive coordinator?
I don't even know if we need a new offensive coordinator just yet. Let's see what happens over the course of these next several games. And let's see if, with the group that's still there now, if with a different quarterback, if they start progressing, like you said, little by little each week, so that you go, hey, wait a minute, I think we got something here. Not just defensively, not just special teams, but offensively too. And then, like you said, we're in great position in the draft. Great position already. And then with the way that we've seen Ryan Poles maneuver in the draft and acquiring free agents, let's just see. But I think that a lot's going to be over the course of, say, the next 3 or 4 weeks. We're going to learn a lot.
I think we are, and if Bagent comes out hot, whoo! You think Chicago Sports Talk is is crazy now. Wait till this guy, God forbid, he win 2 games in a row. Well, once he wins the first game, then he's going to be mayor of the city. He'll be mayor of Chicago. If he wins 2 games, they're going to put him up for governor.
Look what happened when the Bears actually won game 1 this year. When the Bears won game 1, here we were talking about, oh my God, what a great staff now. You're right. After 1 win, then after 2 wins. And what I look for is the consistency in quarterbacks of their decision-making and how accurate they are with the ball. They don't have to throw the ball 50 yards downfield and hit home run after home run after home run. What they have to do is hit singles and doubles, stand-up singles and doubles. And then every now and then you'll knock one out of the park. That's what you need. And if you combine that with, what we've talked about, the defense that's now starting to create turnovers, get key stops, a special teams that is coming through, a kicker who's perfect on the season, and now the team has proved they can put pressure, block kicks. I guarantee you there's an inventive fake punt coming right around the corner. And so you start combining all those things, and then now you've got a team that just went from somewhere down here to somewhere up here. And with a young team like you just mentioned, a young coaching staff, I think we got something. But we'll see. Well, I'm gonna pump the brakes a minute and just I'd like to wait and see over the course of these next 2-3 games.
So probably around Thanksgiving, we'll be able to make a much better assessment. That'll be 3 or 4 games. So man,
wouldn't that make everybody Thanksgiving a whole lot better? Come on.
It really would. It really would. Man, because it'll be sad for me, but again, I'm a Bears fan. It'll be sad for me if Bagent plays well and we have to trade, or we get to trade Justin Fields. Not have to, but we get to trade him but it's a business, and I get it. The haul we'll get from a team like Atlanta would be great, and then on top of that, the draft. Yeah, that would be. This Bears team will be set up rather nicely.
Let's what do they call it? Archive what you just said. The quote you just made. I'll be sad. Let's archive that and play that again next year. Because if what happens is if what I think is going to happen happens, then I think you won't be sad. I think you and the rest of everyone who follows the Bears in the way that we do is going to be very, very happy and pleased.
Erik, great stuff as always. Do me a favor, let everyone know where they can find you online.
At EK Pass on what used to be called Twitter, but is now X.
Great stuff. We will see you next Monday. Thanks, Papa. Have a great day.
All right. We'll see you.
All righty. Guys, that's Erik Kramer, former Chicago Bears quarterback. Man, got me thinking, man. And you know what? Again, I'm going to say it again. I'm a Justin Fields guy. But if Tyson Bagent runs this offense more efficiently, and you get to trade Justin Fields and the number 1 pick, do you understand the amount of draft capital you will have? Wow. All right, listen, let's take a quick break. All right, let's take a quick break. And on the other side, we'll wrap it up with a bow. Talk a little bit Major League Baseball. ALCS is going on, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down the field. And Cowboys. Still running. Fake one way. Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
How long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am, whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Are you with Bajan now going? You had a nice chemistry with Justin Fields, but now you have a chemistry with Bajan, or is that something you got to develop on quick, fast, in a hurry?
Got to be quick, fast, in a hurry. You know, we got to play football. He's a baller, as you can see, so just got to get over for him and just be who I am, and then the rest of the receivers be who they are.
DJ, if it is Tyson going forward for X amount of weeks, what's your role in making sure he's up to speed?
Just being available and open like I've been, and just egging him on and just giving him that encouragement that he's playing this year.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That was DJ Moore yesterday in the post game in the locker room. You heard me ask him, "Do you got to develop chemistry quick, fast, in a hurry with Bajan?" He's like, "No, just kind of play football." Okay, you know, because my thought is that he hasn't caught a lot of balls from Bajan. Of course, you know, warming up and stuff like that. You know, we got some comments in the chat. Brian, good morning, Papa. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And you talk about the D feeds off the offense. Yeah. See, Cornelius, here's what I was thinking. Like, why I got so mad, you know, you're so worried about, coaches are so worried about run my system with Justin. My thing is get wins. All right, you lost 10 games and you wanted to completely go against what he did last year. All right, you want to kind of morph into more of him doing your thing. I don't know if that's the right thing. I think have him do what he does, but you phase things in. Phase it out, so to speak. Not just cold turkey. Not cold turkey. I think that's the issue. Cornelius, here's the thing. You're right. If he's a competitor, he'll get better. Okay? But you're asking someone who's played this way their whole life and been successful to change that style like that. It's not easy. Any habits that you have that you know that are bad for you, but you still do them anyway? You've been trying to quit smoking. You've been trying to quit drinking, trying to stop doing meth, you know? just can't. It just keeps calling me, man. It be calling me. You know what I mean? Cornelius, I think you might be right. To a degree. To a degree. I don't know about suited. I think suited now, yes. I think Justin could have, if you had phased him into passing more than just saying, okay, now we're going to pass you more and run less. If you had that transition, okay, through this year, and week 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all of a sudden he's passing more. I think, okay. You know, there's a lot that goes on. Sometimes coordinators vibe with a quarterback better. And like everyone said, they didn't draft Fields, so they're not married to him. I like Bajan. I like his confidence, you know. Can he do it? I don't know. Part of me says yes. From a coaching perspective, I can say he might be able to. But then again, I look at some of the plays that are called, and I'm like, would he be able to do better than Justin Fields? Why are there no slants? Why are there no, hitch routes? But give me a slant. Get these quick hitters to these receivers, these playmakers, so they can make plays. It's a crazy idea. Get your playmakers the ball so they can make plays. Oh, shh. Don't tell anybody that. We're going to see. We're going to see what Luke Getsy does. I agree with you. Merle. Merle, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. That's why I say give me some slants. If it takes Getsy's 4 or 5 games to get Fields playing well, how long will it take for Bajent? Here's the one thing. I don't know. You can't you have to factor in. You have to. Bajent's thrown over 2,000 college passes. 2,000. Okay. You have to take that into account. I'm looking at it here. Like, you have to take that into account. 2,000 college passes. You know, like I was talking to Erik, there is not a situation at all that he hasn't seen. Just not at this level. Just not at this level. I'm trying to. Here we go. 2,040 passes he's thrown. 2,040. Okay. Looks like he was hurt. He must have got hurt in 2018, 2019, and in 2020, he was 1-0, 13 of 19. So he must have gotten hurt. And then 21 and 22. 2,000. So he only had one game in 2020. So yeah, so basically 4 years. 2,000 passes. His last 2 years, his junior year, he threw 579 attempts. In 2023, he threw 572 attempts. He threw 572 attempts, completed 400. That's 70%. That's insane. 41 touchdowns, because he holds the record for most college touchdowns in all levels at 159 touchdowns. Wow. How things have played out. How they have played out. This kid could be good. This kid could be real good. And him and Getsy could vibe very well. And Junior, this is true. Will suck if the Bears trade Fields. He's going to be coached right and become legendary. The Bears will have egg on their face for having him and underdeveloping him. Yeah, that all valid points. I think he will be developed better somewhere else. You hit it on the head, Luis. You told your nephew the worst thing the Bears can do to start the season to take away Justin's ability to run. Yep. And Brian, I do think his arm is a couple inches longer. So I'm trust me, I love the Bears. I want the Bears to win. I love Justin Fields. I think he's a great quarterback. I think but he does have to play better. I think he does have to play better. Now he's going to have to watch it from behind or from the sideline and watch Tyson Bagent go to work. All right. I just find it, and we have no official word yet from Hallis Hall, but I find it difficult to believe that if you dislocate your thumb, that you're going to be able to play the next week. I just find it difficult, which means Bagent. What if they have to have surgery? If you have to have surgery, he might be out 8 weeks. They might as well put him on IR. They put him on IR. Wow. Minimum 4 games. But not just that. When will he be able to throw after surgery? These are all valid questions that if he needs to have surgery that need to be asked. So we're asking him now. If there's no surgery necessary, just rehabs, well, then how long will his rehab be? How long will it take for him to be able to grip it and rip it? Literally. I don't know. I could see it going both ways. I could see it where Tyson Bagent plays fundamentally sound football. Plays good football, not Tom Brady, not Aaron Rodgers football, good football. Gets the ball, and the Bears can win. And you know what? The Bears decide, hey, we didn't draft Justin Fields. We trade him. Get picks for him, probably a first-round pick, at least a second. Depending on where you trade him, they may value him highly. And then the haul for the first-round pick, you talk about building a team that way, literally building it through the draft. Wow. I never thought I would see it from that way, from that angle, or kind of go down that road. But here we are. Luis, I'm not a pro coach, but obviously the Bears seem to be completely failing. We'll see. Real quick, tonight, we got baseball for all you baseball fans. ALCS, both championship series games are tonight. Game 2, ALCS Game 2. The Rangers are at the Astros. That starts in a little while. 3:37 Central Time. The game's on Fox. Texas won Game 1. They lead the series 1-0. And in the National League Championship Series, the NLCS, that Game 1 is tonight. The Arizona Diamondbacks are at the Philadelphia Phillies. That game is at 7:07 p.m. our time. You can game on TBS. Wow. So if you have your baseball fans, tune in. If you're a Cub fan, you want to look at Schwarber, cool. Go ahead. He's on at 7 o'clock. Abreu, if you're a Sox fan, you want to watch him, he's on at 3:37. So check him out. And then again, the Blackhawks are at Toronto to face the Maple Leafs. The last generational great, Austin Matthews, takes on the new generational great, Connor Bedard, tonight. Puck drop again, 6 p.m. our time on NBC Sports Chicago and 7:20 a.m. on your radio. Man, I want to thank everybody. Great show. Thank my guy Erik Kramer for coming on, jumping on, and talking Bears. Man, it's really got me thinking, man. Holy cows, it really had me thinking. It's really got me thinking. I don't know. But thank Erik for coming on. I want to thank everybody here. I want to thank you guys. You guys had an awesome job. You're just blowing up the chat. It's been dope. It's been dope. Interesting, Brian. Even if Bajan plays lights out, I'll keep Justin at least till the trade deadline next year. Too many things could happen between now and then. Yes, here's the only issue. So you can start negotiating his extension now at the end of this season, at the end of year 3. Okay? If you don't negotiate if you keep him and you don't want to negotiate his contract, there could be some bad blood. Okay? I mean, the Bears have it, and then I see your point. I'm just trying to talk myself through it. If you keep him until next year's trade deadline or in the offseason, because once the offseason hits, now you can go get a veteran, you can go get another young, you do what you want if you trade him in the offseason. If you trade him before the draft, you might be able to get a first-round pick. Because some people, I think it's probably a second-round pick for Justin because of his inconsistency. But even so, you're adding picks. I mean, Ryan Poles, he's gonna go deal with the team that gives him the most for Justin Fields, if it comes to that. But we'll see. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. That's what makes this show awesome. You guys, man, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and support. But listen, make sure you tune in today later, 12:15 p.m. Second City Sports with Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown. They're going to take you on a 2-hour tour of more Chicago sports talk. And then tonight, all right, What's Up, Cuz? Jason Palmer and the coach Lance C. Irvin from 6 to 8. And then this will be replayed tonight at 4, or this afternoon, 4 to 6, leading right up to What's Up, Cuz? Listen, I'm out of here. I got to go pick up Mom. She's at a CrossFit class. She got a new outfit. She got a new zip up and a new vest. She's ready to go. So I can't wait to see it. So I got to go grab her. Guys, you have a wonderful day. It's a little cool and dreary, but you know what? Make it productive. The fact that you woke up this morning makes it a great day. And don't you ever, 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 ever. All right. Take for granted the day that your eyes open and you get to live another day. All right. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. Appreciate the love and support. I am out.